During the initial days of my preparation, I would think that I have understood a topic until came across a tricky question in the mock tests. That is when my mind would go blank and I would be wondering that I have read this, then why am I confused about the options and I'm not able to check the correct one? Sooner than later, I realized it was due to lack of conceptual clarity. Often, what we do is read the topics, glance over it, and we forget to check if we have truly understood that concept or not. So then I started using certain methods to check if I have truly understood the concepts or not. If you are also going through something similar, you can check out these tests and use them. First is the explain like I'm 5 test. For example, you studied the concept of GDP. GDP is equal to C plus I plus D plus X minus M. Now you have to explain it to a 5-year old. So what will you say? You will tell them GDP is basically total money value of whatever produce was there in within the borders of a country in a given span of time. Simple words, no jargon, no complicated language, clear communication. That is when you have clearly understood the topic. Second is the no notes recall test. Basically, shut your book, start thinking what you had just studied. Let's say you studied the concept of non-cooperation movement. Think about what were the causes, what were the methods used, what were the demands in the non-cooperation movement, and if you are able to answer all of this, you have understood that topic. Third is the applications test. So, whatever you study in your static subjects, try to find relevance in the current days. For example, in economy, you would study about trade deficits, balance of payments. So, correlate that to the present situation between India US, the US tariffs imposition. What implications would it have on India and also on the US market? So, correlate all of this, try to make connections, try to apply your static in the current. Fourth is the why before how test. Basically, be curious, keep asking why until you have really understood the reason behind things. For example, why is president the part of Parliament of India? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are the houses of parliament, so it makes sense for it to be the part of Parliament of India. But what about the president? It is because a bill cannot become an act without the president's assent. So yes, of course, president will be a part of the parliament. Fifth is the changing the conditions test. So, whatever you have studied, try to tweak the situation a bit and see if you are still able to answer the question. For example, you might have studied about pardoning powers of the president. You know that governor and president have similar features and quite a bit of relatability between them. So you can ask, is governor's powers exactly the same as president's power with respect to pardoning powers? If not, what are the changes? So try to find the answers and you will find conceptual clarity. Sixth is the teach back method. Whatever you have studied, discuss amongst friends, amongst peer group, or just say it out loud. Saying it out loud makes things clearer in your head. Finally, it's the interlinking test. Whatever you study, try to make connections between GS papers and how you're going to use it in multiple places. For example, in GS1 geography, you would study about cyclones, their development, the factors behind it. And in GS paper 3, there is disaster management where you will have to deal with how to manage a disaster of cyclones. So both of these are interconnected. If you have understood the phenomena of cyclone, you will be better able to write an answer of disaster management of cyclone. Similarly, you can think of the stray dogs issue recently in news. You can think of it as a GS1 issue with respect to urban governance because animal birth control rules were not sufficiently implemented, because of which judicial intervention had to come in play. Also, you can think of it as a GS4 issue where there is an ethical dilemma between animal rights and human safety. So, if you are able to make connections between topics and throughout the GS syllabus, it means you have clearly understood the concepts. See, conceptual clarity is not about reading more, it is about testing yourself. Do not trust your brain blindly. Test yourself, ask questions to yourself, and check if you have truly understood something or not. So, to quickly recap, first is the explain like I'm 5 test, second, no notes recall test, third, applications test, fourth, why before how test, fifth is the changing conditions test, Sixth is the discussing with your friends test. And seventh is interlinking test. So use all of these tests in various places in your preparation to check your conceptual clarity. All the very best. I'll see you in the next one.